Stood on the block in that rain.
Cause I gotta get it. Cause I gotta get it. We out on the mission.
Okay, track on. We stood on the block in that rain. Used to post up on them benches. We really come straight from the trenches. Niggas, they hate and they envy. This money is filthy, but nigga, I gotta go get it. Ain't wasting my time with these bitches. They telling me lies and I act like I listen. You catch me in traffic and I got my glizzy. I ride with that gang and we out on a mission. And we on a mission to get it. Told Lil Day go run up them digits. Ain't about money, then a nigga can't listen. Stay down too long, straight to the millions. Move low key, now they all in they feelings. Wrong play made, and them young niggas blissing. 20s and 50s, that's all that we hearing. Still in the trap, cause I gotta get it. I gotta get it, my nigga. I'm still in that water.
And it's the Maria Lee, and today we have a twist. So today's episode, we will be with our chef friend, Mason, and he will be cooking and we will be discussing overexerting yourself to people who does not reciprocate the energy back, and how should you handle situations like that. So let's get into it. Mason, would you like to let everybody know what you're cooking today?
Absolutely. So today on the menu, we have jerk salmon, and we have fried cabbage. Yes, and we're going to do a jasmine coconut rice.
Yes.
So,
Oh my God, that sounds yummy.
so y'all ready?
Yeah.
We get started.
Okay, so let me grab the. I've been marinating the fish. So let me get that.
So you marinate the fish overnight?
No,
For a few hours?
so I only did it for a few hours. So yeah, so only a few hours. So I use the braces.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show y'all that.
Yes, please show us, because we do not
Yes.
know how to cook that well,
Yeah.
and we
It's
need to learn.
It's super easy. It's super easy. Like everything I make is super easy, and this is super healthy. And you can like meal prep this too, by the way. You can meal prep this. So I use the Jamaican style jerk marinade
Okay.
by Grace's. So you can get this at your local grocery store, your neighborhood grocery store. I had 3 pieces of salmon that I got my butcher to cut for me. And so pretty much I just poured this over there, poured this over the fish. I seasoned it with a little, let's see, right here. So I seasoned it with Mrs. Dash. I like Mrs. Dash because it's salt free.
Okay.
So you can use as much as you want and still get a nice flavor. So that's salt free. I followed up with a little Old-Bay.
Yeah.
And I also put some honey just for a little sweetness to cut the jerk down a little bit. So
That sounds good. My boyfriend, he like honey on all his food.
also
He said it make food taste so much better.
it is.
How though? See, I try to make stuff, fish with honey, but I don't get the honey flavor from it.
So you might have to use a little more. So you're probably thinking that it's gonna overpower the amount that you're using, but to really get the effect, just like go crazy with it. Yeah. So yeah, so that's been marinating, and so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get this. We're gonna get there. So what's going on with the topic? I caught the topic a little bit, but can you backtrack on that?
Yes. So overexerting yourself to people who do not reciprocate the energy. I've been feeling a lot of this lately, right? Because for the past couple months, maybe since 2024 started, I stopped texting like everybody that I used to like text all the time.
Or just be right.
Okay. So in 2024, I kind of like fell back from everybody, and just to see who would I still be in contact with if I stop reaching out. But once I stop reaching out, it's just like communication just ceased. And it's just like, damn, like all this time.
I'm a little owl.
Okay, all this time I'm reaching out to these people. I'm making sure they good all the time. Like, and we talking all the time. But as soon as I stop reaching out, we stop communicating. And it opened my eyes to like, you just been overexerting yourself all the time. Like, chill out, like, and then when you chill out, you see who really with you and who really not for real.
Right.
Who just there because you reaching out to them, and who are there to be there.
Right.
And it just was an eye awakening. Like, it's just like I be kind of like all the way to myself now that I'm not reaching out to people. It's like nobody is reaching out to me.
That just seems like one-sided friendships. And is that really a real friendship? Because a real friendship should be 50-50.
Right.
Exactly.
Give and take. Like, it shouldn't be one person reaching out 100% of the time and then, you know, the other person not reaching out or only reaching out when they need something from you.
Right.
It definitely should be a mutual feeling.
Yeah.
You should never feel like you giving 85 and the other person is giving the other amount. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
I feel like I feel as though like when people do that, like, is it a test? Like, are you testing my friendship or the relationship, or is that truly your personality? Like,
Right.
or are you just like that with me? Do you do this with other people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really like to know. I really like to dive into situations like that because I like to fall back completely. If I see that I'm giving more and that it's not being reciprocated, that's a major issue because I got like I'm bomb as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you be sitting there like I'm too bomb. Like I'm too good like to be reaching out all the time. Like it takes nothing to just hit somebody up and be like thinking about you. Like ain't want nothing. Holla at me. Like,
Yeah, just saying how you doing.
Yeah.
Just letting somebody know that they crossed your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, why not?
And like, hold on, like you don't even have to, like you can fake it. I don't even have to cross your mind, but reach out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because the relationship don't even have to be that, but like if we have a mutual respect with each other, it should go both ways, definitely.
Yeah.
But how y'all see how that season, right?
Yes, it looks really good.
It's new.
Have you ever had a conversation with somebody that, like, because sometimes some friendships are worth fighting for.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, sometimes communication can be lost.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a sit down with that friend and then things can fall back on track because sometimes people just don't know how they're treating you. And, you know, they say we have to teach people how to treat us. So have you ever like had a conversation? Because I know me, I never had a conversation with somebody about how I feel because I always in the back of my mind I'm like it's just gonna go left, or they just not even gonna tell me the truth about how they really feel. They gonna make it seem like it's all me, I'm crazy. So I just don't even have the conversation with people. So have you ever had one?
No, I'm on the same page as you. I feel as though like if I do have that conversation, it's probably gonna go left because one, I've kept it in so long, and now I'm like kind of on edge with it, or I won't be able to, grab the correct words to get to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've never had a conversation, and I guess that's the mature thing to do.
It is. Let's just.
But who wants to talk to someone about like just being 50, being 50, like why can't
That's not them, right?
Yeah, like giving your 50, me giving my 50, and you giving your 50.
But that's the tough part. Like, with me, I just be feeling like sometimes, but most of the time, people be knowing.
They be knowing
that they giving you like a half. They been half ass to you.
They be knowing. I agree with you. They be knowing, and I think that's what gives us the kind of the inkling like why they playing me like that?
Yeah.
Because we know they know how our feelings are like. So people know.
If I'm being half ass to somebody, I know that I'm being.
I absolutely know that I'm being half ass. And TBH, if that's the feeling that I have towards you, I don't even go there. Like I would let you know, like this ain't it, because I don't want that relationship, and I don't want you thinking it's something that it's not.
Yeah.
You want healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You want healthy relationships, and if that means that someone may like you more than you like them, and you know for a fact that it's just like, be honest.
Yeah.
That's communication. That's effective communication. Being honest, like I'm really not feeling you. So then, therefore, they have the right. If you are being 50 with them, they already know. This person don't even fuck with me like that. So, and I've had situations like that.
That you told them, like
I've spread, like, someone told me to be completely honest with them about my feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
After I did that, the relationship totally shifted. And I could tell, like, they ain't messing with me like that no more. But instead of them telling me, they was kind of just, like, still, like, but I mean, the whole relationship shifted. Like, completely shifted, like, overnight.
So wait, like, walk us through it a little bit without, you don't have to tell.
Yeah, so for instance, like, we were talking every day texting, like nonstop for like a few months. So they were like, I want you to share with me how you feel, which I've never done before ever, right? So
this is romantic or just
this was like platonic.
Okay.
And I made it very clear, but they were not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. And I let them know, I was like, look, I know that you don't fuck with me like that no more because I've shared this with you.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, you motherfucking honest with me. You, like, I don't like that shit. Like, and some people just don't have it in them.
But be like, just to
be blunt.
See, and I think that's one of my biggest issues. It's like, I don't really have it in me to just be straight up blunt. Like, somebody might text me and I might not be feeling them and I want to say something so bad, like, what's up with us? Like, it's a vibe, please. But something in me just be like, just don't say nothing because I don't like confrontation. And I don't want me saying something turn into us arguing or just a big deal. Like, and I don't want to feel like I'm nagging somebody either.
Right.
So most of the time, I'm that person that kind of just shut down emotionally. And like, you probably just stop hearing from me.
Oh, so you shut down?
Yeah, like, it's just like I fall back.
Yeah.
But my fall back game just be like, I ain't heard from her in months.
What's your sign?
Libra.
What's your sign?
Taurus.
Oh, I'm a Gemini. So.
But I think what you're saying, like how you told that friend how you really feel, that to me is like why I just don't even leave it alone. Because I just know once I say, like, because I had a friend, right? She'd tell me, like, I was a listening in for her. But I realized, like, I'm only a listening in for her, but when I need help or when I have issues, she can't help me with that.
Right.
So the relationship was one-sided, and it took me years to figure out, like, she only called me because I can give her good advice, but what about me when I need advice from her?
Like, where are you?
Where are you? Like, you come to me with so many problems, and one day I just told her, I said, I'm not in a place to help you right now. I said, the best advice that I can give you is to, instead of coming up with all these problems, find solutions for them. Then you won't have so many of them.
Right.
And she was like, okay. That was the end of that. That was probably like a year ago. Haven't heard from her. She didn't say, I hope you're okay, friend. You might be going through something. That's probably why you're not talking to me. It was none of that. It was just cut off completely. We did not talk ever again after that. So now I know in my heart that it was just a one-sided thing, but because I opened up and told my truth, like, I can't help you right now.
Right.
It was the end of it. So sometimes I just keep my mouth shut and I just try to let things play out and just see if people would change. Like, if I fall back, then change a little bit. Yeah. But that's not the case. People are going to be who they are.
They are. But you know what? Every time I spoke, even not coming from a place where I'm telling somebody, like, I'm not feeling you that much, but just telling somebody, being honest with people. I feel like every time I have been completely honest with somebody, it just ended the whole friendship. Like, people can't take honesty.
Yeah, instead of respecting it, like, I respect you for telling me the truth, and just building off of that, it's like people
They cut me off.
They cut you off. Like, they look at you some type of way.
So okay, I was talking about honesty because like I was extremely honest and vulnerable in that situation, which probably I won't never ever do.
No, you should.
No, I will do it, but it's gonna be a level to it. I would never let someone gaslight me into initiating me to do such, because out of all of my 30-some odd years on this earth, no one has ever been able to do that. But that's how comfortable they made me feel, and not only comfort, they just talked a good game, you know, and they just talked a very good game. So, but I brought that up because the honesty thing. So, did you guys see the interview with or like clips of it? I just saw clips of it with Tyler the Creator. And,
No.
okay, and I think it was, I don't know, because I'm behind on shit, but it was him and somebody that's like close to him. I want to say like his assistant or something, but they had to sit down, like a very intimate, like close sit down, and he was sharing how he felt about Tyler, and Tyler just was not like, and the cameras was rolling, and this was like serious business. But Tyler was just not like receiving it in the way that he thought he wanted, he thought he should have. But that just goes to show, like, you don't never know what somebody, like, you don't never know what time somebody else wants. And I guess it's always good to get clarity up front, like, like, what are we doing? Or just share, like, what I did, I shared those feelings of how I felt about, about that person, and thankfully it was, a few months on into the relationship, the friendship, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to kind of, like, if this, if people go years and years with people doing this, it can really cause some emotional damage because your attachment, if you're going years and letting, these unresolved issues linger on, it can really cause some damage emotionally. Like, emotionally, it will mess you up. Yeah, but if y'all get the chance, I haven't even watched it. Watch that, because a lot of people was talking about it. Yeah, that's his allergies. His allergies messed up. That's my dog, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, so to piggyback off of that, I think that we all deserve, like, the truth from other people, because who wants somebody around them that's not really feeling them, that's giving them fake love?
Yeah.
Some people do though.
I
I don't either. I mean, if you're not authentic and genuine,
leave me alone.
Don't even be around me.
I don't want that.
I'm scared of that.
I'm extremely afraid of that.
I just feel like those types of people, it's scary to close your eyes in front of them, because they might have knives at your neck when your eyes are closed.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand it. But
if I can't pick your vibe up, you know what I'm saying? If you're not sitting well, like, in the center with me, then nah, we can't be able.
I'm having a situation like that, and it's just weird because
what's the situation, Frank?
it's a friend, and I just can't pick the vibe up, and it shouldn't be like that, because I feel like we supposed to be way better than
your friend. That's not a friend. But
it's been a vibe. I feel like it's been a vibe.
How long has the relationship been? How long have you
been friends with this person? I know this person for a long time.
What's a long time though?
Kids. Same boss friend.
Oh, well, that's a friend. Y'all might have to just
have a sit down.
Yeah, and reconnect.
But it's just super weird. Like, I just feel like, okay, let me ask you, how would you deal with a situation like this? Like, you have a friend, and this friend just watching me. Like, literally just been a, kind of like been a looking at it. Just watching and stuff. And not saying nothing. We supposed to be like friends. Like, what's going on? How do you address? Because I don't want to feel crazy addressing something about social media. Because here's the thing: as soon as you address somebody about something that's going on social media, they automatically make you feel like you just doing too much. Because it's just social media. It's just social media.
Yeah.
But I'm picking up your vibe though.
Yeah.
From it don't matter what a vibe or the energy coming from. I feel the energy, right? But I don't want to make it about a social media thing or nothing like that.
Right.
So, what do I do?
So what, like, exactly, not to, go into too much detail, but what are you wanting from this person? Like,
Shoot. And I don't know, at this point I just be feeling like, and this is not for a specific person. This right here is just me in general to whoever is watching that might feel like they are playing me 50 in some type of way.
right.
What I want from them is, if you're not being genuine to me, stay away from me.
And you know who you are.
Period.
You know who you are.
Leave me. I say it all the time. I mind my own business. I be in my own thing. Leave me alone.
If we not gonna be real friends to each other, and if you feeling some type of way about me, pull me up on that. Like, it don't do me no good to be lying to me, making it seem like we all good. If you feel like I done something to you that threw you off, pull me up on it, and let's talk about it.
Holler at me, like, and if you're not gonna holler at me,
Leave me
alone, because you coming around with some fake bullshit.
Yeah, you starting to look a little fake in my eyes, and I ain't liking it. And I'm not liking it, but should I pull that person up on? Would I need to pull that person up on? Or do I feel like the shade or whatever I'm feeling is coming my way, so I feel like that person should pull me up on it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's the hard one.
It's a conflict.
Yeah, because I'm the same way. I be feeling like, I be feeling a certain way with certain situations, and it's like, is it really necessary for me to say something? Because is it going to change?
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
Or is that person going to play in your face? And I think this is why I don't say anything. Because I'm going to be blown if this person play in my face.
Right.
Make it seem like I'm just being crazy.
That's what
I do not like that. And I feel like people do that all the time. Like, no, ain't no problem. Like, why would you even think that? Like, don't play with me. Don't play in my face.
I had a friend like that. In that conversation, I just said, we are not friends. And I was very honest. I said, I only trust one person, it's my sister. Like, and I have friends that I can't trust. Like, how could I call you a friend?
Right.
And I'm like, listing all the things that bother me. Like, and this person said, I'm just like a boy, because I just don't care about stuff like that. Yes, you do. If it was happening to you, you would. Because my thing growing up, I had situations where, all right, it's time to go out. My friends always, my hair not done. I don't have anything to wear. But then the next day I see them with somebody else. So, it's just because you didn't want to hang out with me.
Right.
You could have just told me. You could have just saved me a lot of time and energy of even asking you to go out with me. But I had to realize that, like you said, everybody don't mix.
No.
And sometimes I just think my energy just too overwhelming for some people. And I've just, at the age of 34, realized that my energy just don't match with everybody. I don't mix with everybody. I intimidate some people. Like, I shine too bright, and I used to dim my light all the time, and I said I'm not doing that anymore. So I only can be around strong individuals anyway.
But you know what? That's a whole motherfucking vibe right there, because that shit is true. And you could feel like when you know your shine is a little too big for, your group, because it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You outgrow people. You evolve, and that is okay if they're not growing with you or evolving with you. That's okay to leave them behind. Like you can't be stagnant. You can't sit here because Tim and Becky want to sit here, and because you've known them for so long, and you know that's your comfort. Nah, fuck that. You gotta outgrow them. And when you see people kind of looking at you a certain way when you are growing, that's a red flag.
And I think that's exactly what it is.
Not giving you your flowers, not clapping for you, like, yeah, bitch, you do that shit. God damn it, I see you shine. Look at you. You glowing different. Like, what are you doing? Like, look at you. Like, that's what your circle should be giving you.
Yeah. And it's real people out here like that, because I had a cousin who, she got a friend, they start hanging out together. Her friend wanted to do everything she do. She told the other friend, she said, she can't do what I do. This is me. This is my life. This is not her life. She better than that.
Right.
So I don't want her doing that. And I couldn't do nothing but respect it. That's real. Like, you can be doing what you do and have a friend that's doing better or more or something different, and you can still encourage them. Like, that's real. You don't have to be a hater.
Absolutely.
I feel like social media have turned a lot of people into like haters, even it might be unknowingly. Like maybe they don't know, maybe they just have these feelings towards you and they don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it might be an innocent thing because we all get these little jealous feelings sometimes.
Yeah.
But you gotta acknowledge it. You gotta acknowledge it. You gotta be like, I'm feeling some type of way a little bit. I'm feeling a little jealous. Because if you don't acknowledge it, it just turns into hate.
And you gotta acknowledge it. Whether you acknowledge it within your group, within your a family member, to yourself, because like, you know what I'm saying, you have to acknowledge it, and when you acknowledge it, it's like, okay, I got this. Like, I'm not a hating ass bitch. I'm not a jealous ass bitch. I'm a real ass bitch.
Exactly.
For knowing I can realize that.
Exactly. Because it's just an emotion.
It's an emotion.
It's just an emotion.
You turn that shit on and the fuck off.
Exactly. But the only way you can turn it off is when you acknowledge it. You let yourself know, alright, so you been a little jealous right now. Cut it out, because you know that ain't you. Like, you know that ain't you. Everybody has a path in life. Your path is different from this person. So be happy for this person, what they got going on right now. Your time coming. Your time is your time. What's yours is yours.
What's yours is yours.
But people don't understand that, and I just feel like social media
y'all see how they cook down?
I'm just
watching. Y'all make my own cabbage.
Y'all eat green peppers and red
Yes.
Well, y'all super healthy anyway. So.
We eat more plant food.
The plant-based?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all do eat like...
We eat fish though.
Meat-based products.
Like plant-based,
plant
burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes we actually kind of like trying to get out of it, cut it down, maybe have it like once a
y'all
week.
make y'all own though, you know that, right?
But you don't have like the plant-based burgers with the beans and the corn and stuff.
So what you do is you get like a food processor or a good ass blender. You get your veggies and shit like your beans, your corn, whatever grains and shit like that, and add that shit to the processor and like patty that shit up.
And the beans make it.
Yeah, the beans.
Oh, okay. But we can do that because
we add some peppers and shit to it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me try that.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I love cabbage. It's like just something quick, especially salt.
And you only put a little bit of oil in. You didn't put no water.
Nah, no water. Cause cabbage like
it got water.
Yeah, I can hold water. Yeah.
Oh, I can hear the water in it.
Yeah, it's pushing around. Yeah, so I just put some EVOO, a little bit of EVOO in the pan, and
what's EVO?
EVOO. Extra virgin olive oil.
I know you don't do your showing your word. I look at stuff and I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, a little acronym. I actually learned that back in the day. So I used to watch cooking shows when, like, in elementary school. I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch cooking shows in like the 3rd and 2nd grade. So when I lived in Fort Washington, I was a walker, and I would walk to school, I would walk home. So when I came home from school, I didn't have no babysitter, you know. So I walked home. I remember like going in the living room, turning on the TV, and it was this chef from England. His name was Graham Kerr. And I would watch him, and he would be cooking crazy shit that we don't eat here, you know what I'm saying? But I used to watch that shit, and that's how, like, I just got into cooking. Like, I just used to love fucking cooking. Like, since I was little.
Oh, wow.
But, like, Graham Kerr, what's her name? The lady, I forget her name. But yeah, the white lady.
Rachel Ray?
Nah, hold on. Rachel Ray. I used to watch Rachel Ray. She had 30-minute meals on Food Network. And that's who used to always say EVOO. That's who I got that from. EVOO. Yeah, Rachel Ray had 30-minute meals back in the day before she had her syndicated show on TV. But, yeah, I just love cooking, y'all.
So how do you know what season to use? Because that's my thing. I can sit here and fry some cabbage, but is it going to taste good because of the season that I should use?
I just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's a good question.
Samari can cook.
When I cook though, I literally, the seasons, I go in the grocery store and whatever looked like it might be good to me, I try. Yeah, and I feel like you just trial and error.
Yeah.
You try. If you making seafood, if you making some fish or something, you go look at the seasonings. I saw this one called seafood and I grabbed it. Man, I see this one called sloppy mom. You know you want to try sloppy mom because it gotta be something good about it. It's Cajun season. And you just go from there. And you know with Cajun seasoning, you could use it on anything for real. You could use it on anything for real. You just go, literally, that's what I go by. When I do cook what I can cook.
How do you know if it's like when it's done?
So,
that looks so good.
The salmon can,
You take a close up.
you can
do a close up video. Yeah.
So I typically like my salmon well done. I know some people like it medium well. These cuts were actually like thick. You can see how thick they are. Like. So I kind of just like, eyeball that shit for real.
It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
You don't cook, so you just get a feeling like it's done.
And you know, I think that's why I never really pursued like cooking like that because I just like do shit. Like I'm really not big on measurements. Like if I'm baking or something like that, that's fucking different if I'm baking. But pretty much I just like go fuck off measurements. And I don't go off measurements. I kind of just feel that shit. But I'm gonna pop that back in. You like well done salmon or medium well?
That's fine. Do you use wild caught?
I do use wild caught. I like wild caught. But I use farm raised too. I use both. I ain't gonna lie.
What's the difference?
So farm raised, I believe that's like
Little man.
engineered.
Okay.
That's more engineered. The wild caught is a better, like cut, more organic.
Okay. Straight from the seed.
And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, please. Like,
No, that's what it is.
okay, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna season this some more because cabbage sometimes like you'll think it's seasoning really well, and it's not.
Yeah, I would need to know how much seasoning to use.
As long as you're not using salt-based products like garlic salt, onion salt, if you're using like garlic powder, onion powder, and shit like that, or the Mrs. Badge, you should be good. But still, you probably gonna need to add a little salt to it, like a little seasoning salt or something like that, or like a little Cajun seasoning.
Okay, so back to the conversation. I feel like overpouring into other people that's not reciprocating the same energy, it's not even just on a communication level of things, but what about like when you find yourself saying, okay, say like people always can come to you, but when you need somebody, who can you go to? That's another thing. Like, I'm just always doing stuff for people, but I don't know. Who could I call when I'm down and out?
Who can you run to?
Who can I run to?
Yeah, like, so this one for me is I'm kind of the opposite because I disconnect, and I've always been like a disconnector. Like I'm a disconnect, like I'll disconnect when I feel like things aren't reciprocated. So being as though I do that, people don't come to me a lot for certain things, or they don't come to me because they know like I'm probably not the one to go to because I ain't really been doing what I'm supposed to do in this relationship. I've never been that person that people come to. Like I've never had to overextend myself per se because I disconnect from people.
Why do you disconnect so much? Is it a fear thing?
I think I disconnect so like probably because of relationships not being being 100. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't like that. I like people to be like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you, and I fuck with you the long way. So like, yeah, like if that shit don't feel right, then I'm disconnecting, and I'm fucking disconnected. The phone.
So you stop answering?
Is like, it's done, like.
Without a reason, like no conversation.
No conversation.
I feel like I'm kind of like that too. And when I say I shut down, that's what I mean by shut down.
Yeah.
Like,
and I've had people come to me and be like, "Oh, why you like this? Like, why do you shut down like this?" That's what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted, because I shut down for a reason. I just didn't do it off the humble. Like, it's a reason for everything, and things just don't happen overnight. It's a build up. So, yeah, I'm a big disconnector.
That's fear.
Yeah.
And it probably stemmed from, because now that like we talk about a lot of stuff, we start looking back into our childhood and stuff that happened. It's always something that happened when we was a child that shaped how we are. So it just sounds like kind of like just not trusting of other people to do right by you.
Definitely.
To love you how you need to be loved.
Or like once you start feeling like this person switching up on you, it just be like I'm over it.
And let me just save myself and step back now before they they really hurt me.
Yeah. So and that I'm gonna tell you, I tap into my childhood a lot because my memory from like decades ago is crazy stupid. Like, I mean, it's crazy how I can remember it so good. But I guess certain traumas, for instance, my father was never in my life. Like how y'all daddy been there from like day one. Like you guys had both your parents. Like my father was never there. So the shit that I used to relive a lot would be him like telling me he gonna come like see me or come pick me up, and me waiting in the window and shit, and that nigga never showed, like no phone call, no nothing. But he would call me and tell me he on his way, but never showed. Like shit like that.
That's where it started at.
Yeah, shit like that. That really can affect somebody. But I mean, it don't really play with me now because
I feel like it do, because I feel like that's why you don't give people the
chance.
You don't give them a chance to do that to you like that.
Well,
Sometimes, because sometimes we don't think like that. I was listening to Big Boy and Kevin. Yeah, they got an awesome interview. But Big Boy was saying that he was like, he was saying that his relationship with his father and his mother, he didn't think it was bad until he started thinking about it. Like, I got a problem with this guy. This guy didn't do what he was supposed to be doing, and then it just reflected in his adult life. And even Kevin Gates was saying that, because he was like, I be seeing news with they father playing baseball, and I was like, look at that corny stuff. And he said, but I want to play baseball with my father. Like he didn't know that it affected him so much until because we block it out.
Exactly, and we have like, when we go into survival mode, we start doing things to protect ourselves. So like Kevin Gates' survival mode is saying that, look at him doing that corny stuff, making it a corny thing, but deep down inside, he really want to do it with his father.
They don't want to play baseball with my father.
Man, people want their parents.
But it's like, that's what, so the fact that your father, you couldn't depend on him to be there when you needed him to be there, when he was telling you he was going to be there. And then when that happens in your life with your friends, it's like a trigger. It's the same thing all over again. So you like, let me just back off so they won't disappoint me time and time again, because it's already been happening in my life already.
Yeah. I guess, that's another way of looking at it.
So I think with all the stuff that we go through in life, I'm learning that, like, especially if it's a friendship that's worth holding on to, like, a conversation should be had, because sometimes you never know what that other person is thinking.
That's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like, I didn't do anything to them, but people take certain things a certain way. Like me and my sister can have a conversation and she can say something, and I'm like, you just got smart with me, and she's like, no, I did not get smart. In her mind, she did not get smart. She be like, I did not get smart with you, but to me, it's looking like she getting smart.
Yeah.
But she's saying she didn't get smart, so we like the perception of two people, it's totally different.
Perception is everything, like.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
And how you perceiving something might just not always be the case. And that's my thing again, like, I might be perceiving the situation wrong, but when I go to have that conversation, if it is what I feel like it is, I don't want nobody to play in my face.
Right.
You want people to be honest
I
about
want people to
how
be
they really
honest.
felt.
Exactly.
That's what you might not get.
And that makes me feel like if I'm not gonna get that, it ain't no point of having a conversation. If you're not gonna be honest, then it's not no point of having a conversation. Like, I want friends that's honest with me.
24/7.
Always be honest with me. And I was watching the Glorilla, her interview with
I love
Shannon
Glorilla.
Sharp. She's such a sweetheart. I love her.
I love Glorilla.
She was saying that she was saying that she need people in her circle to keep it 100 with her. Like, she said, because when I go out here, these critics gonna be brutal to me anyway. So
they gonna
eat me up. So tell me before they tell me.
Please.
So whatever the case may be, if my feet stink, if my underarms stink,
Let me know.
But we got so many defense mechanisms. It's like we can't even hear stuff like that about
Because
ourselves.
we so hurt.
So offended if somebody tell you your breath stink. Boys do it all the time. Boy, your breath stink like this, bro. But when girls do it, it's a
like
problem.
This bitch, like, this bitch gonna come from
Yeah.
like,
And then the whole friendship.
like, bitch, no, your breath stink. I'm trying to help you out before you get in these niggas' faces.
And they say.
Right, because you gonna be really hurt then, bitch.
Yeah, but a lot of people that, the environments that we come up in, it's just, we don't learn that type of healthy communication at all.
Because it's a way of saying things. It's all about your tone. I'm a big firm believer. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I think that's important.
Very important. Very important.
So, how do you start a conversation? Like, okay, I wanted to start the conversation, but I wanted to be like, I was going to start the conversation by saying, is it something that I did to offend you, or like, did I make you feel some type of way? Because I feel like it's a vibe between us.
I think that's a good starter. They say when you're talking to somebody, take the you out of it. Yeah, so not place blame on that person and just be like, well, this made me feel a away. Like when you said that, I felt like away. Not like you did this to me, you made me feel like this, you been acting fake. No, just say how certain things just made you feel like. I think before you have a conversation, you just pray on it, that it goes.
And just ask this person. Let me tell y'all something. I asked this person. I had a conversation with somebody before, and I asked this person. I said, "Can I ask you a question without you getting offended?"
What that say?
Yes, right. And when I asked the question, she totally got offended. It just ended the whole friendship.
Oh,
Cause
shit.
that right
I'm glad I ain't do this. I'm so glad I ain't do that, y'all.
Wow.
God damn, that's chicken stock.
Oh,
That's fucking
you
chicken
use
stock.
that sometimes for your cat?
Yeah, like, I'm glad I was about to, ooh.
So what would you use now, like vegetable broth?
Yeah,
or-
vegetable stock or vegetable broth. I don't know, let me keep this. This is some good shit. Damn, I'm, woo, y'all.
And wait, you put coconut milk
I put coconut.
in the rice.
Yeah, so with jasmine rice, I typically would have just did like the regular rice, but I was like, this quicker. So I did 2 bags of the jasmine rice, and I put the coconut milk in it and the water.
Ooh,
Did you do
it's
equal amount?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how many cups of water? How many cups of water?
So I did. I did 3 cups of water and 2 cups of coconut milk.
Okay.
Because this is, it's, you know what? 4, 5. We should be good. Because I still want to get the essence of that coconut. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I never seen you like cook rice like that. I can't wait to taste that.
We're going to see. Ooh, I'm so glad, y'all. I was on, I'm in a zone, so I'm like, let me get this chicken stock I got in here.
It's probably, I'm sure because we eat out sometimes that they use certain things that.
But still, that still ain't cool though. Like if you say you on a certain type of diet and you don't eat certain type of things, they shouldn't be getting it derived from any type of element of that animal if you don't eat it.
Yeah, we went to a place to get soul food, and they literally cook everything in some type of meat.
Did y'all just sit? Or y'all ain't get
No,
it?
we couldn't get it. We had to ask them, like, do you cook this in, what was it, like meat juice, turkey neck juice or something like that?
Yeah, because most people.
For the taste.
Yeah, most people, I guess, like turkey, they'll be like.
Give it flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this your season though to like just be selfish and be in your own body and just
My season.
because this is our season. We
I
say
think
it all
so.
the time.
I think
My
so.
season.
I think this might be my season because I'm just like in the zone like with what's going on with myself, like just like starting with like getting my credit back together, like working out more,
Yes.
reading more, praying more, just making myself busy, working more. Like I feel as though that's a way of God telling me like get ready. Get ready. Like you asked for it. Like I'm testing you. So yeah.
That's crazy that you said that. Like God's telling you to get ready.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like this. My whole life has been in preparation for this moment. Like it's something about like this moment, this year, 2024. It's something different about it. I just feel different.
Wow.
I feel like there's a shift, and I'm like a different person. And I'm just
greatest coming.
yeah, like I'm just standing in my just standing in myself, like being confident and it's so good.
Thanks for sharing my space today, guys. Like I really appreciate you coming through and just sharing my kitchen and cooking with you.
Thank you.
Much
I can tell you are happy to have us here because the food is amazing.
I'm glad you like it.
It is a great.
I need that recipe before I go.
Absolutely. It's super easy. Guys.
And so, what are takeaways for today? How should we wrap this up? I mean, what should we tell people about communication and well, I would like to say, I'm sorry. My advice would be to all of that extra time we spend pouring into other people, use it to pour it into yourself.
Yeah, very.
Water your flower, let your flower grow first. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Number two, just meet people in the middle. If people are not meeting you in the middle, then sometimes you just have to let stuff go, let people go, and move forward. Some people are seasonal, some people are permanent.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I would like to say.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And communicate, do communicate though, because that's important. Don't point fingers and blame people, but just express to people how you feel about certain things. And if nothing changed, then hey.
That's true. Because, I mean, at the end of the day got end.
Hello. There you go. That's what Glo said. At the end of the day going in.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, but no, I think being able to communicate effectively is a great takeaway. But even if you're not used to communicating effectively, I think it should be something that you should start or at least try to do.
Mm-hmm.
So people can have a better understanding of your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just get mad and keep it boiled in and don't share it with whomever is making you feel a certain way, then how does the issue get resolved?
Right.
There's no resolution.
Right.
Couldn't have said it better. So with that being said, do everything with love.